Okay, first I'm say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakudash. I'm your double honor to elders, apostles, teachers, great millstone follower, and the truth. I'll say shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. And this is just going to be centered on niggas in the last days, becoming worse. And it's something that Elder Apostle Tahar mentioned in this video here, where he was specifically going in on IUIC leader Nathaniel, and Nate was going into he's fucking up changing what the MOTB was, and if I remember correctly, he pretty much tried to link Revelation 13 to the 12 Caesars, which it's absolutely insane. And that 12 Caesars, that's second Esdras 11, if I'm not mistaken. Going to 12 feathers, but he tried to link that's like the 5 are fallen, going to the Caesars, and I like, once again, Pastor Hart mentioned how the dude was getting worse, and I've never heard of that before, and like I said, I'm not sure if it's an old thing resurfacing or if it's completely new, but that's insane. And you know what, the world as a whole, and all the niggas of the world are getting worse as well. But that's how you know that what a lot of people who follow IUIC are destined to be destroyed, because Elder Apostle Tahar mentioned a couple months ago how if he was in IUIC and he heard some wayward, weirdo shit that clearly didn't line up, he'd be taken aback. He'd say, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. So I know that a lot of those niggas aren't there actually reading and actually being studious. And a lot of the things that they say, like for example, the MOTB, right? That's not difficult. That's not a deep thing. They're a deep breakdown. Like for example, the 12 feathers in the scriptures. But the MOTB, it's very surface. I want to say, for lack of better words, surface level. It's very simple and easy to understand. You even have Edomites that understand what that is. The Lord really does not. If you don't get that, the Lord really might not like you, or you might just be an asshole. But everybody, well, I won't say everybody, but the MOTB, that mark is the RFID microchip, and they have been, for over the past few years I've been in this. They said it's embargo. They said it's white men, women, it's sin. Now he changed it to something else, and I was taken aback, at a loss for words when I heard that shit, because it's very simple. But what the scripture, and this is why you have GMS that are constantly on these guys' heads, because this is the this is the word of the Heavenly Father that these niggas are either corrupting or trying to make money off of. And what Yahushua beat the shit out of dudes for trying to make money. Trying to use what he used the Lord's house as a place of merchandise, try to sell shit in the temple. 2 Timothy 3:1. This is why we say to stay away from all these niggas, I did a video going into, there was a woman that asked, what was the question she asked? She asked if sex was marriage. Something along the lines of that, and how I think it's Deuteronomy 24:1 and 2 doesn't prove that sex is marriage. I think that was the title of the video. But he mentioned how she's not like, she's either wants to engage in the American whorish lifestyle, or whatever fucking reason. But that he mentioned how that's why you're supposed to stay away from all of these other women and just people in general, like men and women, are supposed to be staying. If you can't handle it, you're supposed to be, avoiding these other camps, avoiding watching their videos. If you're walking on the street, avoiding going up to them, avoid, their marketing ploys and being pulled into their demonic congregation. If you can't handle it. We don't say that because we want followers, and the funny thing about that, we don't get money for this. We don't have a whole church. We don't have a church building set up. We don't have a fucking business model set up. We do our tithes. Obviously, we do our offerings, but that's to help the body. But we don't have some type of organization. If I'm not mistaken, now y'all see it classified as like a Muslim organization, some shit like that. We don't have some type, like, as far as the world goes, we are the only, I guess you could say, group, camp that has nothing to gain, as far as the world is concerned. Like what? Obviously salvation. But as far as the world, like fame, women, money, we tell people to fuck off. We're the only group that has nothing to gain as far as the world is concerned. But all these other guys, they have all their gimmicks. They're bringing in money, fame, women, saying all this crazy shit. Some of them are rich. There was that one guy who talked about how he had a wife. How when the camera cuts off, he has a life that he goes back to. He has women. He has a house. Some the niggas are rich. We don't want people to come into this for money. And even our elders and the apostles, they say fact check them. Men that have been in this for 30 plus years say fact check what we say. Do the research yourself. Don't just take their word for it. They say that. They don't have anything to gain as far as the world is concerned by trying to push wayward, weirdo doctrine to people. They give people the straight, skinny, and the truth. Because that's how the Lord, once again, what we seek to gain is, the Lord's good graces, His mercy. We don't seek to gain more followers and to get money and whatnot. You get fucking jets flying everywhere and fancy garbs and fucking, fancy edited videos and shit like that. That's the second step. That's once again, that's something to think about. What's in it for them? What are they gaining from this? It's, once again, world-wise, nothing. By what? By telling people the straight truth. Say, hey, you either get down or you're going to die. Giving people a stern, rough message. Slakia, fuck 8 minutes, fucking ran for 8 minutes. Slakia, it's 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, disobedient to teachers, to their leaders. Also, to mainly to leaders, to the people who taught them. Because the other apostles are spiritual parents. There's scripture talk about how take heed to these men, they watch for your souls. Without natural, without natural affection. But it says boasters, lovers of their own selves, and that's what that's pretty much kind of what all these other camps are doing to different degrees. Riding in on horses, fucking taking making videos of a ham on celebrating Thanksgiving, saying that the law of liberty means that you can do whatever you want, which, if you want to get technical, the whole reason why Yahushua came and got tortured and died on the cross, and yes, it was a cross, was because we were doing whatever we wanted. That's the whole reason he went through the shit that he went through. Because we were doing what we wanted. So that doesn't check out. That doesn't make much sense. Not natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, like that. What's that piece of shit that was talking about terrorists for Yahweh Shai? Continent, fierce despisers of those that are good. And back then, hated the prophets. They hated Yahweh Shai, and those same reincarnated niggas hate the true prophets of the Lord now, and they hate Yahweh Shai. Traitors, heady-minded, like that dude that's leading all you people to your deaths. If I'm not mistaken, they have cops in their congregation as well. So that's kind of like, that's something to watch out for. A guy was affiliated with, and I think he was a cop for quite a while. And let's see here. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. And what? Having a form of godliness, pushing them, what? They push themselves as these great holy man. Holy men. As these guys who are messengers from the power on high. But what? They're sheeps in wolves' clothing. And once again, you differentiate who the true, who God sent by the message that they're giving. It's as simple as that. And that in itself is simple. It's not difficult. Well, at the very least, now it's not difficult. With all these niggas making up all types of weirdo shit, it ain't you truly. The Lord must not like you, or you just being an asshole. You say, hey, I just don't like them GMS. I don't like what they're saying over there, so I'm just gonna go follow this guy because they have this guy riding on the fucking horse. I like that. They have beauty pageants. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, by not actually, preaching the word that the Lord sent. And it says what? And once again, the brother, the other Natazakba mentioned how that woman shouldn't have been listening to whoever she was listening to that pushed that bullshit that sex isn't marriage, which it is, But no, we had a marriage ceremony because it was customary, just like baptism was customary. But sex in itself, that's how you claim that woman as yours. It's not Esau's way of marriage when you get a license and now he can determine who gets what and divvy up your shit. And he's in control of you. No, that's not true marriage. But it says from such, and like the elder say, he said, turn, what we the elders and teachers, great millstones say not to follow these guys. And I've even heard brothers say, hey, you don't necessarily have to follow GMS. Just don't listen to them. You just don't. No. He said, you didn't have to join GMS. Call yourself GMS. Just listen to the doctrine, but don't go over there and listen to those guys. He said you don't have to join. He said he didn't say don't listen. Slakia. He said you didn't have to. You don't necessarily have to come under like the name of GMS, but GMS has the truth. Like learn from great millstone. These are the men with the truth. But he said you didn't necessarily have to call yourself GMS. But don't go over and follow these other niggas. He literally said that once again. Yeah, brothers that constantly, brothers that we have nothing to gain in the world by, by using this thing. There's nothing to gain world-wise from from the truth. I mean, once again, you go into salvation from Yahweh Shema Shai, but worldly wise, we don't gain money, we don't gain women, we don't gain fame. Quite the opposite, exactly. We actually gain the ire of the world. People aren't fucking paying us for this. You're not on fucking Esau's tax payroll. Let's see here. From such turn away, for this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. And that, once again, a lot of women are in these, especially in IUIC, in their congregation. Like they talk about certain things that cater to women, such as the whole such as monogamy, one wife thing. If I'm not mistaken, unless they change that. So I do remember there was some weirdo ass couple that left. No, I think it was ISUBK they left. Or maybe, yeah, I'll take that back because I could be wrong about that. But I do know they have some shit where they talk about leaving. Like if you have a spouse in the world, you leave them and get with somebody in the congregation, which is off. Scriptures literally say, if it please your wife or, to dwell with you, if she's not a believer, you can still be with her. But I know they do cater to women. They have a lot of women in their congregation. But says here, ever learning, never able to come to knowledge of the truth. But those first few verses was really the point. Once again, and that's insane. And it's insane about how they continue to change up their. This is what it says here. Like, and I was just reading this. It says here, for in the last time, perilous days shall come. And all these, all these things must happen. You have to have these weirdo niggas. Like I was, listening to that, and I was like, what could possess you? But once again, the Spirit of the Lord is with you, which is why they keep going with this crazy ass bullshit. And somebody brothers say somebody has to feel that lot. Somebody has to be the crazy nigga changing up his doctrine. Just pray that it ain't you. But, I hope it's edifying. Once again, just the main point of how going to these first few scriptures. The main point here, verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power, from such turn away. Don't follow these other niggas because they're going to lead you to your deaths. Like the brothers, I forgot who said, but he said you don't have to take up the name of GMS. But at the same time, learn from GMS, but don't follow these other niggas. Once again, the scriptures talk about there are men that watch for your souls. But hope is edifying. Say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shema Shah, Bashim Gakudash. Give the ones elders, apostle, teach, script, mess on, true shalom to hope, look, Israel, instruction, Babylon, Great America.